Hello, it's your boy. Oh, because I'm in here as something else. Right. That makes sense. Magic is hard, y'all. All right. Gang's there. Good here. All right. Welcome. Good evening, everybody. Hello. Tonight, we are making a new Brawl deck. I will first, let's play a match just to have all of our friends hop in, and then we will get to the main event, what we're working on tonight, which is firing up a new Brawl build. Interested, just kind of, we're gonna build something, I guess, like, not new, but we're gonna do something fun. But for now, rooms. Oh, I just realized where our opponent is also playing Mayrina Vendrell. Uh-oh. That's funny. That's pretty good. Let's just do this now. We'll get a blue. Dryad. Oh, I should put one of those in here. That'd be a really cool one. Our opponent is going creature heavy. That's okay, though. Have that be black. Glassworks. Shoot that. No fixing for you, sir. No, sir. Unholy Annex. Yep, that looks like stuff. I also have Mayrina Vendrell. Oh, mine was only a 2-er. That's too bad. So how soon do we play Promising Stairs? Yep, makes a 6/6. Oh, no! Well, what do we do about that? Marvin's not doing anything at the moment. It's not great, but it's something we can do at least. Displacer Kitten. That's real good. Yep, hit me with your demon. Oh, what do you mean? I don't have double white? Ah, cool. All right, that's the game. I didn't read. Magic is hard, it turns out. Boo! All right. So sitting over here is what we're going to be working on tonight. This is a new version for Charbelcher. So for those unfamiliar, Goblin Charbelcher, 4-mana artifact with 3-mana tap ability, reveals cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land. This artifact will deal damage equal to the number of non-land cards revealed this way to any target, and if the revealed card was a mountain, this artifact deals double that damage instead, and the revealed cards go to the bottom in any order. The trick to do with this is our mana package is all of these modal double face cards. So what ends up happening is Charbelcher will attempt to look for a land. Because all of our lands are simply coming from actual spells, there's actually no dedicated lands in the deck, Charbelcher will just flip our entire library over and go to face for in the realm of like 70 to 80 damage directly to face. That usually ends the game. This was piloted with a Jund commander for a brief little while called Junderdome. We actually still have that list available. But I've been wanting to try this version here with the Wandering Minstrel. Because he's got a real sick ability up at the top that says the lands you control enter untapped. That is incredible with these modal double face lands. That means we literally are not playing a restriction anymore of having our lands come in tapped. So I've already done the legwork ahead of time and put all of our double face lands in here that we're going to be playing. So now the rest of what we're going to be working on is going to be adding the rest of the cards that is going to make what this deck is. So let's start by searching up. Let's see. How do we search for... How does search syntax work again? Let's see here. Text. Let's see here. Okay, so if I do search, okay, there we go. So this will give us, because the other key thing that we want to make sure that we're going to have access to is be able to find Charbelcher as often as possible. So we're looking to add cards in here that help us search out the Charbelcher. This goes and gets a Snow Legendary or Saga. Nope, that's not what we want. Definitely I imagine there's some blue stuff that tutors artifacts. Equipment or vehicle, no. Instant, no. That may not be bad. Well, no, Oh, search for an artifact. Excellent. Yes, we want that. That's a good one. I'm starting with cards that I already own, and if we think of anything clever that I need to go and craft, I've got some wild cards, but we'll cross that bridge later. Insatiable Avarice. Yep, that can put Charbelcher on top. Stash Skeleton is bad. We don't want to play that, if possible. Diabolic Intent is good. We can work with that. That puts in a graveyard. That's not what we want. Demonic Bargain is interesting. It's risky. We'll throw it in for now, but if we come across a better tutor, we can maybe replace that with. I don't like the opportunity of like potentially exiling away the Belcher before we have a chance to grab it. Again, also with like Creation of Avacyn, like it's not bad. Varagot's pretty good. Final Parting is actually useful as well because this can go and get Charbelcher, and it can throw Strike It Rich into the graveyard as well. That's very cool. Magda may not be bad if we include cards that do treasures, because she just turns 5 treasures into finding an artifact. So let's put her in the list, see what happens. Reckless handing, absolutely. May not be a bad idea. Search creature card. Nope, that doesn't do us any good. This is going to be a bunch of cards that search for lands. That's not exactly what we're looking for. That doesn't do us any good. All these ones again that grab basics, none of them do us any good. Nope. Goes and gets any land again, that doesn't help us. 2 land cards, nope. Not what we need. But yeah, that searches for an artifact. That is what we want. Da, da, da. Oh, assemble the team is also very good. We'll come back to removal later. That's a future project. Right now is the adding in the cards that help us find the Belcher, because that's like the #1 priority thing we want to do. We want this deck to be the modal double face lands and cards that search out the Charbelcher, because we want access to that as often as possible, I would say. These are lands. I'm not going to do us any search. Black, green. Nope. 3 monocolored cards. Like, this could go and get 3 tutors, and then no matter which one the opponent doesn't give us, one of them will be a tutor that can go and get the Belcher. Like, that's not a bad option, but we'll leave it for now and see what happens with it. I'm not, like, thrilled if we would have to play it, but if we literally don't have any other options, then that might be our only choice. Okay, so that's everything that I own. So let's switch to not collected and go from there. I don't imagine searches for an equipment, vehicle card. Aura or equipment. I don't think Fiddlebender's going to be reliable enough to go and get the Belcher. I don't know if we're dropping artifact. Although, if we play, like, mana rocks, but we want to also be hitting that 7 mana if possible. So, no, I would rather not do Fiddlebender if I don't have to. That gets an enchantment. Search for an aura. Nope. Not what we need. Planes. Nope. Oh, somebody new just hopped over to our Discord. Isn't that fun? All right, the Sarima gets a legendary. That doesn't do us any good. Mana value 2 or less. Nope. Womp womp. Legendary card. Nope. Planeswalkers. Nope. That gets a legendary as well. Alright, that's going to do that for white. I'm going to turn that down a little bit more, because that still keeps getting loud for some reason. Those grab a specific. No. Wretched Throng. It's so wretched. Yeah, Fabricate. Oh, I gotta burn a Mythic on that for Fabricate? Oh, I think that's too good to pass up, though. Dang it. Thanks, special guests. Sacrifice another artifact. Boo, it can't sacrifice itself? That's a shame. 4, 5. Yep, Transit Mage gets in. That'll work. Vehicle. Nope. Not what we need. Giants. Instants or sorcery. That does artifacty things. That doesn't help us, though. That's not bad. I don't know if we're heavy enough artifact to make that work, though. Like, we're 7 mana in for that. Is that any better than Emergent Ultimatum? Like, blue, 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 and 4 to go and get it? That probably is, right? Yeah, let's try it. All right. Scheming Symmetry. Is that something I want? Is that to let them... No, I think if we need it, we'll come back to it, but I'd really like to avoid that one if possible. Like, that just leads into us losing, essentially. If you've committed a crime this turn. Again, I don't think we're doing that reliably. Wishclaw. That's probably pretty good, right? Yeah. Wishclaw works because we can hold that until we need it. Grim Tutor is another mythic? I've only got so many mythics. Ah! That's a real stinker. Beseech, again, same thing as a mythic. Excuse me. Library for card, put it in graveyard. No. Oh, Joseph's in chat. What's up, brother? We're making a new build of Junderdome. We're using the Wandering Minstrel. So we're still doing the Goblin Charbelcher thing, but we're now playing a legend who lets all of these janky lands come in untapped. And so, like, the backbone is still basically going to be Jund, but we've essentially adding blue to be able to not only cast him, but have a few other, like, specific artifact tutor spells to be able to go and get Charbelcher. So that's what we're working on right now. We are going through cards and finding anything else worth it to add into the deck that helps us search for a card. We've already gone through everything that I already own, so now we're just going through the catalog and seeing like what's worth our time crafting. So like this is a tutor spell. This is just a straight up tutor, but like, you know, it's a 5-mana one. I guess it can go cheaper, right? Let's see, like Bard isn't gonna be helpful. Like, I don't know. That one's not bad though. Like, it just is a tutor for the sake of a tutor. So we'll slot it for the moment and we'll see where it goes from there. Dark Petition is okay. I mean, I guess if I'm doing a 5-mana one, I could do this one as well. There's a lot of these 5-mana ones. We don't need to be playing all of them, but honestly, maybe even like, but we probably don't even really want any more of these black ones because like that puts in a graveyard. We don't want that. Reckless Handling, already in the list right here. We've essentially, what I have done, we're just already imported over basically everything from the Jund version that did a tutor, and now we've essentially just adding in other stuff that's blue or other stuff that I have missed basically since I skipped out the last like 4 months of Arena. So like it's like, so here, so like we're at the tail end of black, so like I'm rolling into red. It's like, do I burn another mythic to get Gamble? Like my heart says maybe, but Reckless Handling already kind of acts like our Gamble, but it's a good tutor and we can play it on one, and that worst case scenario, this gets us another mana fixing piece. You know, I feel like it's worth it. Not for Gamble? You don't agree with Gamble? Like if we have it out early, or like if we draw this early enough with enough cards in hand that, you know, there's mitigated risk. Like there's always a risk with a card like this. Like even Reckless Handling is the exact same way. So, I don't know. Again, I don't like these ones that put to the graveyard. Beseech the Mirror. Triple black, though. Beseech the Mirror is very good, but it's triple black. Also, doesn't necessarily work in a way that we want to do. Because, like, if you remember, we actually we're not directly looking to get Charbelcher into play immediately, because the trick of the deck is going the 7 mana to play and activate Belcher immediately. So something like Beseech that has the chance to put it down into play, that isn't necessarily what we're looking to do. Yeah, it casts for free, but we already had the 4 mana in. If we don't have our other 3 ready to go, it's going to sit there for a turn and potentially get blown up. And if that happens, then we lose. So that's actually not a good play. We don't want that. Gets a mountain. Yeah, Gamble. That's sort of what I'm thinking. I'm sort of thinking that's the end. So let's go through this real quick. So everything I want to for the lands are in here. For tutor spells, we're going to have Gamble. We're going to have Diabolic Intent, Wishclaw Talisman, Magda maybe if we can get enough treasures, Reckless Handling, Assemble the Team, Fabricate, Transit Mage, Demonic Bargain, The Creation of Avacyn, Varagoth, Scour for Scrap, Coveted Prize, Final Parting, Guidelight Pathmaker, and War of Invention. That feels like the correct amount of tutors, I think. I know that kind of maybe sounds a little excessive, but like this deck is heavy dependent on us finding Charbelcher. So the most that we can play that is reliable to get it out consistently, like even though this maybe feels excessive, it honestly isn't. I don't think it is anyway. I was playing this high amount of tutors in the Jund version. And I think this feels right. Especially with adding in stuff like this new, like the Coveted Prize and the Transit Mage and the Gamble and things of that nature. This all feels correct. Yeah. So just a quick pass here through any of these other ones worth our time. I'm glad you're actually here, because I know you know the arena client a little bit better than me. So if there's anything that you could think of that might suit our strategy well, just please feel free to hit me up. I'm also sort of thinking there is like a I'm back to having a decent amount of lag on when I talk and you comment. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but it is what it is. No, I know it's not you. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in green that's worth our effort. You think I froze? I haven't had any dropped frames. Everything's still running fine on my end. Creature or land. Nope. These green ones are all just gonna be searching for a land. Yeah, probably none of this is going to be any useful to us, so let's go to multicolor and see if there's anything else here. Legendary enchantment, no. Reading tempting, search a library card that shares a color. Nope, that doesn't do us any good. Token, nope. Not what we want. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards. Nope. Not what we want. Land. Nope. Makes treasures. That may honestly not even be... Or an equipment. No, it just makes treasures. That's not going to be useful to us. Search for a legendary. Nope, Charbelcher's not legendary. Creature instant or sorcery. Oh, dang. As much as I'd love to play Bring to Light. Womp womp, I guess. I don't know. What do we think? Could this just be worth playing just because? Like, we're 5 color. Like, the worst case with this is... I guess this is a tutor that snags a tutor, right? Like, play this for its 5. Even if we put 3 mana into it, this is Bring to Light, go and get Fabricate, play Fabricate? That might be worth it. And then if we don't, like, need that off dome, this could go and get a creature. This could go and get a removal spell. Simply just because we are like a 5-color deck we can utilize to converge to its maximum potential, I think this might be worth throwing in. I like it.
Why do you keep going like you're in a circus?
I don't know, just making noise. It's called filler. Oh, can you play Golos? It doesn't say he's banned. Oh, but he doesn't. His ETB doesn't do anything for us. Boo. And we don't want that either because it's a land. And there isn't an artifact. Yes, death play, by the way. I know you mean bring to light. Okay. Artifact with mana value 1. Tezzeret the Seeker isn't on this client either. That's a shame. Planar Bridge is probably a little too expensive. And then these are just lands. Lands. Cool. All right. So I think our package is now suited as far as tutor spells and the lands that we're going to play. So now we fill out the rest of the deck, which I think we maybe make this one heavy in its card draw colors, I'd want to say. Because with the Wandering Minstrel now not having to be slowed down a turn and a half on all of our duels coming in, or not our duels, excuse me, our modal double face lands, having those come in untapped is huge for us. So I think churning the deck as fast as possible, I feel like is going to be the method we want to do here. So I am open to suggestions on some good stuff to search for, but I would imagine we're probably just going to go and find like the typical suspect stuff. So like opt, I imagine. Yep. Boop. Opt. Ooh, John, typing is very hard. Consider. Oh, I don't have consider crafted? What the heck, John? Call yourself a blue player. What else is good? Is Frantic Search on this client? No? Boo. All right. What else we got? Trying to think. I'm trying to think of cantrips now off Dome. You know that feeling when like you feel like you know something and then it just drawing a blank on what those are? Growth Spiral. Yep. That works. That works with the Explore as well. Those work with the modal face lands. Boop. That's some very good picks. What's that Modern Horizons one? Planar Genesis? Is this something we want? Let me put a land. And if you don't put a card from among them into your hand. I mean, Balustrade Spy plus Thoracle as an alt win. Maybe. If John can type. Balustrade Spy. When this creature enters, target player reveals cards. They reveal land. Then put those cards into their graveyard. I mean, yeah, I guess if we were to... I guess this would give us something that, like, say, if Charbelcher went offline, we could tutor this out as an alternate win con, I suppose. So what's going on here? Is this... There we go. Sure. The question is actually, do I have a Thoracle? I do not, but I'm also still standing on 29 rare wild cards. So, all right, in the deck you go. Here's going to be the question, though. Is Thoracle in there? Is that going to bump me up into the queue? Like, because I don't think a deck like this survives up in the hell queue. Do you think Oracle has enough of a weight behind it that's going to put us up into the bad boy queue? because I definitely don't want to do that. All right, card draw. John does not know how to type. Draw card. There is a lot of stuff that draws cards. Nope, that's not going to help us. Wait, why is this not showing stuff like opt? Is opt not... Oh, is it specific? Color. Well, let's just go with draw in there. There we go. Much better. I don't want to craft... Do I craft an Esper Sentinel? Oh, bugger. It's probably really good for the deck, though. Here's my problem, though, is, like, I've actually mostly just cut white from this list entirely. Like, I didn't think white had a whole lot to offer, so I don't know if crafting a Sentinel is worth it to me or not. So we're going to say pass on that for right now. Hello there, friend. Welcome to the chat. I'm just him with her and the kids, all of you, everybody gathered around the TV at once, or the computer, or whatever. Very random question. Any suggestion on how to make a Golgari Gitrog deck? I'm assuming you are referring to just the original, the Gitrog monster, just the Golgari one. I mean, really, that one just kind of says just as it is. It just, he wants you to be having lands go from anywhere into your graveyard for card advantage value. So there's several great directions that you could build that in. Is either like a self-mill kind of thing where you're taking those cards that say you are milling some X amount of cards yourself, not necessarily targeting your opponents. And then Gitrog will see any lands that go into the graveyard that way and draws you a card. Because if I'm not mistaken, Gitrog says that when a land goes into... Oh, the Ravenous Ride one. Oh, okay. Well, let's read it. Trample Haste. When the Gitrog deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice a creature that saddled it this turn. If you do, you draw X, and you put up to X land cards from your hand onto the battlefield tapped, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. Okay. Well, obviously, the trick with this is going to want to make sure that you have creatures that want to be able to saddle him up, because none of that trigger goes off in any capacity if it's not saddled. You know what I mean? So you always need some extra dudes on hand. Tokens would probably be an ideal route to go with, because it's pretty easy to have dispensable like 2/2s and 3/3s potentially to saddle up into this. And because the saddle cost is 1, you could pretty much throw any kind of creature into it, and that could end up being essentially, the way it reads is like a very slow, like, sacrifice to draw card related thing. So even if this is saddling up by a single powered related creature, that's the Gitrog then at that point swinging in, sacrificing that creature that saddled it, sacrificing it. You know, you get a card, and then you can put a land down into play. So yeah, I would say some kind of deck that is generating you tokens, maybe even like a landfall sort of thing may actually, I know as generic and boring as that sounds, but if you think about it, This card wants you to be putting extra lands down into play, and then if you pair that alongside permanents and other things like that that create you tokens as those lands are coming down into play, I'm thinking like Zendikar's Royal, Field of the Dead, Scoot Swarm. In black, I don't know if black has a landfall token generator, but there's a lot of things in green. You got like your rampaging Baloths, and there was a new one in Edge of Eternities actually that made robots. I don't remember what it was called, Transgenesis something or another. Things like that. If you play those cards that create you dispensable tokens, they can fuel the Gitrog monster, and then the trigger that he'll do of being able to draw you cards and put lands into play, that is also generating you back more token bodies that can then continue to go saddled up into him or have the excess for crackback protection. So that's kind of what I would do personally. I go off of that idea because it's actually this Gitrog that I play personally in paper, this Thalion the Gitrog. That's what my build is dedicated to. Mine uses the Obzon colors, as you see here, and does precisely that. We're looking to play lands into the token generating effects that give us bodies and extra lands for this Gitrog's own ability of when they attack, you can sacrifice a creature or a land to draw cards. So that's the direction I build my version in, and I imagine Ravenous Ride could be built in a very similar way. So take that advice for whatever it's worth to you, but that's just off dome. That's what I think would work out well. Now then, let's go find some card draw spells. But thanks for hopping into the chat room. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me here. Appreciate the advice. Very confusing how to make this deck happen. Yeah, I mean, again, with the kind of trigger that the Gitrog is, your open-endedness of this, that is actually, like, it's still pretty good. So, like, you don't necessarily have to lock in doing a token theme. If you would prefer that to be in a sense of, like, you could throw Saddle up into the Gitrog monster. If you want to have creatures thrown into him, the ones that want to die, you could also go that direction as well. You could do, like, self-sacrificing, right? There's an immediate one off dome is a really good one just called Stitcher Supplier. It's just a 1-mana little guy that when it enters and then when it dies, it mills you some cards. So that's a little dude that wants to die. Joseph's got a Joseph's got a good one right there as well, playing things like Yargle and then Tireless Provisioner. Those are also very good picks for a deck like that as well. Draw a card, Ring Tempt, Is this a deck that we want Endwalker? The, Brainstorm? Like, we don't have any good way to shuffle our library without other tutors. But it does draw 3 cards. That does help us plow through the deck kind of fast, I guess. I'm going to come back to it. I'm not sold on Brainstorm right now, but if we find something good, like if we need something else, we'll come back to it. Got Opt. Quicken may actually not be a bad idea here, because if we've got the mana off turn, we could Quicken into a tutor spell, right? Instant speed, Diabolic Intent, or instant speed, Fabricate. I like it. And then off turn, and then even when we don't need it, it just cycles itself. I am a fan of that. Thought Scour. I mean, I guess we could make our opponent mill, but that's... Draw 2, discard, and it's a counter spell. and it can make a copy of like a artifact, like a treasure or a mana rock or something to that degree. Sure, we'll play 3 steps ahead. That's fine. That's not that bad. Draw a card, get energy. Energy, I don't know if we want to do that. Harmonize, draw a card. That's okay. No, we don't want to be doing that. Yeah, there's lots of just rando junk ones. I don't want to just load it with junk. But you know, we may not have a lot of options. I mean, I know there is a lot of options, but discard a card, draw a card. That cycles itself, but that's not great. I like Chart a Course, because it is just draw 2, discard 1. Confounding Conundrum could be sick. Do I have Born Upon the Wind? I can find out. Born Upon a Wind. You can cast spells this turn as though you had flash. Draw a card. I don't, but I will add it. Seems like a good one. Let's just narrow this back down to blue. Get back to where we were. That is a good one. Thank you for the suggestion, Joseph. Enters or leaves, draw, sack, put a stun. I don't know if that's what we are about right now. Whenever you scry. Interesting. Okay. Draw a card, investigate. Scry 2, then draw. That's pretty good. That seems useful to us, helping us set up. Because if that can scry into a tutor spell, that is very useful. Maybe this one as well. Dreams of Lagana. Surveil, draw. That's like consider. That's definitely something we want to do. Draw, discard, nah. I mean, we could maybe just play. We could play Fairy Mastermind as well. That is just useful since everybody else is going to be drawing extra cards. If we can catch them when they draw cards, gives us extra cards. I like it. I like it just to have as a body. Draw, then draw. Nah, it doesn't do us any good. If only this was relentless. God, could you imagine a Brawl deck where Frantic Inventory was relentless? That'd be so silly. Draw 3 cards. Target creature, scry 1, draw. That's fine. Not necessarily what we're looking to do, but specialized. Nope, I want no part of that. I mean, he's a looter. That's not amazing, but this one, unlike Explore, doesn't work the way that we wanted to. I guess technically Growth Spiral also doesn't work the way we want it to, but just like this is just too good of a card. Maybe we aren't playing Growth Spiral then, honestly. Because like here's why Explore works, because it says we can play an additional land. These ones like Growth Spiral, the modal double face cards don't work with them to this degree, so maybe we aren't even playing Growth Spiral for that reason. This is just a 2 mana, just draws a card, and we're adding other pieces in here now that are like not like they are the same cost but do more things for us. So I think I'm dropping Growth Spiral, honestly. We'll add a different card draw spell in its place. Well, I'm gonna. Sorry about that. Ambulance headed down the road. Discard card with pain's mana cost. That's fine. Graveyard, hand of graveyard. Nope. What did that say? Incorporate? Incorporate. Ugh, stupid alchemy. Alchemy makes me so sad. Man, there's all these cards that just do draw, discard. Those are fine, but that's not like card draw, you know? Radical idea that does it twice. Proliferate. Scry to draw. That's good. That's the kind of setup that we want. Those are the kind of things we're interested in. We're interested in the cards that help us look at a greater number of cards off the top of our deck to help us give a little bit of selection as we go. That's a little loud. Yep. Draw a card, then discard unless you have 7 or more in graveyard. Nah. That's not great for us. Draw, then discard. Spreading Seas could be funny. Turn somebody off of a color temporarily. Take inventory. Nope. That just draws a card. He does nothing. Oh, poor little guy. Ugh. Draw 4, then put 2. Nah. Oh, when did they put Chasm Skulker? I didn't realize they added Chasm Skulker on here. Nice. We love Chasm Skulker. He's just a fun guy. Cloudkin Seer is fine, because that puts a body into play as well. Yeah, that's good, because we will need some bodies for the Diabolic Intent. So if we can have those be like the creatures that come in and cycle themselves, that makes that plan way better. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. If it's your turn, end the turn. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's helpful. Tap a creature, draw a card, draw 2. I mean, divination is just fine. Turn to creature, draw. Oh, if I switch it now, it's not. It's just gonna switch back over. Incubate, draw. Copy that artifact. Interesting. This is why I don't deck build often, because I put myself into heavy analysis paralysis. Draw 2, discard 2. Again, all these things just draw and discard. Among permanents you control. Nah, that's not very good. I mean, Midnight Clock is just a good mana rock. We're probably going to be playing that anyway. Treasure Hunt. Yes, Treasure Hunt is on the client. But I don't think this does. Reveal cards on top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. Yeah, you're thinking the opposite. This Treasure Hunt works if your deck is all lands. This would just flip the top card and put it into our hand. That's not quite what we're looking to do. It was a cool idea, but you're looking for a card that would do the opposites, right? Like, that's why Belcher is here. Belcher looks for a land but doesn't see any. That's why it does what it does. This is looking for a non-land. So, womp womp there. All right. Let's see. We're up to 70 cards right now. So we just need to fill out the deck with lots of other, like, just either pieces that are like control, or they are, wow, words. Cards that help us just flush out the deck, I should say. Actually, like a control shell may actually be something like Turbo Foggy is what I'm thinking. Like, fogs were actually some of the things that I had in the Jund build as well, because like that's a really, really good play where it's like you have the Belcher. Yeah, oh, it's the opposite. Yeah. Good try, but no, not quite, I'm afraid. Yeah, so if we could find some stuff that's kind of like Turbo Fog. Ooh, we could do Offer You Can't Refuse and potentially counter something of ours to make treasure. That's fun. I do like that. Let's put an Offer I Can't Refuse in there. Is propaganda? No, I figured as much. Ghostly Prison is, though, but that's also a mythic, isn't it? Yeah, and I don't own it. That's fine. I'm not crafting it. Let's see. Let's start over with black. You need some board wipes. I mean, I don't want to keep wiping the Wandering Minstrel. That's the problem. Because so the deck is still, it's slow without added things like mana rocks and mana dorks. Like, just going these untapped lands into playing like dorks and rocks and things of that nature, that speeds up that speeds up the kind of deck that we're like looking to do. It speeds us getting to the 7 mana we need to play and activate Belcher. So mana rocks would be a good idea. So let's start there. Actually, we should start with mana rocks, and then we'll figure out what we're doing from here. Bobble's actually fine. That's a card draw, replaces itself, plays for free. Could be something, but again, potentially you can counter with offer you can't refuse. That's really fun. I like Candy Trail. It scries a lot. That helps quite a bit. Face down creatures. Basic land that doesn't help us. Hey, it's waterbending. Waterbending before waterbending. That's funny. The Ozolith. That doesn't do us any good. We do want Arcane Signet. That's good. Cold Steel Heart. It's also good. Basically, all these 2 mana ones. These 2 mana things are very good for us. I'm skimming through this, and it's like it's recollecting everything that I was already playing previously in the Jund one. I was also playing Gold Pan because it does make a treasure. That is very useful. Worn Power Stone, Thran Dynamo. Let's Worn Power Stone. I have one of those. Nice. Thran Dynamo. Is that something I just don't? Thran Dynamo is not on the client. So, nope, that ain't gonna work. Iron Crag Feats. I'm not familiar with that. Oh, well, if I can. Can we not spell? What do you mean? Is Disco back? No, not collected. Are we spelling it wrong? Feet. Iron Crag. That's right. Add 7. You can cast only 1 more spell this turn. Okay. So what's the idea behind this? Is that we get 1 and triple red and Belcher is in hand, I guess? Is that what we're looking to do here? I suppose it's fine. Sure, we could try it. Alright, go back to where I was. Back to 2 mana rocks. The Gasping Fun Hole. Lembas is also very good. Again, it kind of is in the sort of like the Turbo Foggy sort of idea. Mind Stone, that cycles itself. That's very good. Is Commander Sphere on here? I guess I'll be getting there at some point. So, Ornithopter Paradise, very good. Saw. I saw the saw. The Iron Crag itself, that's very good. Torpor Orb. I mean, that's kind of interesting. Like, if we get all this mana and we're desperate, it's a manalith that we go 7 in and it draws... I kind of like this All Fates scroll, honestly. Where, like, if it's down and, like, in a pinch, because literally every single land in our deck is different, that's kind of hot. I like that. We're gonna add that in. I'm not gonna do a ton of these, like, 3 mana manalith ones. Like, they've got to be very, very good to have a slot, like Chromatic Lantern, for an example. Lantern is a sick add in here. Darksteel Ingot, maybe not as much, but it is a cool one we can come back to if worst case. That doesn't do us any good. Jalem Tome doesn't either. Magnifying Glass, just Manalith itself, not great. Palladium Mirror can be another Worn Power Stone, that's good. Replicating's too slow. We're not going to consistently have artifacts for Sculpting Steel. We've already got the Worn Power Stone. Charbelcher's already in the deck. I don't think anything else past 4 is what we're... I mean, we could do Hedron Archive, I guess. We should actually probably get that... the Final Fantasy one, the one that can also be a Icy Manipulator. I don't remember what that one is called. Do you know that one off dome, Joseph? Ring of something? Ring of Lucy? I don't have it crafted. Hold on. It's Ring something, I think. Ring of Lucy? 4 makes 2, 2 tap, pay 1, tap target null and permanent. That seems fine. Boop. It's an uncommon anyway. I've got enough of those. Uro! Let's find out. I do not have an Uro. And it, again, puts a land from hand onto battlefield, which does not work with the double face cards, so I am not crafting it. That is not what we want to do. Alright. Let's see if there's anything at lower rarity as far as mana, rocks, and things like that. I don't think there is. I'm not gonna scroll here for days upon days. No, not gonna be doing that. So bring all those back. Just go to collected. And we'll find our mana dorks that we want for the deck. And anything else. We should fill out the rest of the deck with, like you said, some removal. I guess we're not doing a crazy large amount of creatures, so we probably should do some board wipes. So let's do that. Manifested Dread. I know I've got some good ones. I have some good removal spells. So we just flush this out with stuff like that. Like Get Lost, that's good. Although we're not really playing white. Yeah, right. We're not playing white. Total power, toughness 5 or less. Nah. Sack a creature. That has the kicker cost. That's not bad, but it's a sorcery. Destroy target non-legendary. Doomblade! I like Doomblade. Feed the... No, we've got green, though. We don't need that. Non-outlaw. That probably is, like, not a lot of things in Brawl, so let's try that. Can always just do Hero's Downfall. That's always all good as well. Withering Torment. That's good as well. Destroys a creature or an enchantment at instant speed. Very fun. Anything else standing out? Stuff that's way too expensive. What's this board wipe? Blood on the Snow? Nah. Not what we want. A braid is fine. Short target, change target spell on a single target. That's kind of cool. I do kind of like this. It's like the destruction mode of a braid without doing the damage, and can also act as like a redirect. That seems fun. We could try it. I don't remember this Fires of Mount Doom. I don't know what that's all about. Not a lot of interesting stuff in red. Again, this would be sick if it worked with the Moto double face lands, but it does not. So, womp womp. But that's okay. Did it already add the Azusa Saga? Azusa's Many Journeys. You may play an additional land this turn on its first one. Gains 3 life. Untap up to 3. No, I didn't add it, but we can. That's fine. It's only an uncommon. We got room for that. Thank you for the suggestion. Now let's head back to where we were. Oh, yeah. Find a cursed idol. I like that because it has a mode to make a treasure. We might as well just play Reclamation Sage as well. It's a body. It blocks, destroys a thing. Very useful. We enjoy a good Rec Sage. Get wrecked. Time Wipe's actually sick. Time Wipe, we can pick up the Wandering Minstrel, then replay him again. I like that a lot. That's a very good one. He's not a wizard, is he? No, he's a bard. Yep, that's a bard. Boo! I mean, Bedevil's also just good. I have one, so might as well use it. Oh, we have Mana Rocks, so Unlicensed Disintegration's probably also fine. Assassin's Trophy's good. Maelstrom Pulse up against the rabbits. You know? Oh, okay. All right. So that puts us at 100. Let's see, Death Sprout doesn't really do anything for us. That's a little too expensive. Put in Decimate just to tick you off. Oh, that's funny. We're not gonna do that. Okay. So I guess, Joseph, I suppose if you can think of, or if you can, like, if you're thinking of anything else that I should immediately be thinking of off Dome, I'm probably going to craft this as a starting point, and then we can work it out from there. Just to, we've been at this for about an hour now. Haven't gotten to any gameplay yet, so I'd like to try a few games while I'm still on stream tonight. So I'm thinking maybe we craft this where we're at and then see what works and see what doesn't. But I'm kind of happy where this is at the moment. So once again, the idea is Wandering Minstrel down as early as we can. That makes all of these modal double face lands come in untapped, so we have access to them. Card draw spells to find our tutor spells to get to finding Charbelcher, and then we get to a turn where we have 7 mana to us, and we play and activate Belcher in the same turn. 80 damage to Dome. Question marks, profits. That's sort of what I'm feeling. And also we're calling this Moist Junderdome because it's Jund but with blue. Is kind of where we're at. Junderdome Pool Party. I like that better. All right. Finish. Oh, I got an achievement for crafting cards. Hang on. Head done. What did I get? Crafted 25 cards. Hooray! I did it. I feel accomplished already. Okay. Let's give it a whirl. I guess actually maybe I should go get some water. Okay. I am going to go grab a quick thing of water before we get started into a game. I'm just going to step away for just a moment. Hang tight, everybody. We're going to roll here into our first couple of test games with our new Junderdome Pool Party. So sit tight, stay beautiful. I'll be right back. I'm back. Did I scare you? I'm sorry. Insane AFK screen? Yeah. It's better than just a text overlay. I don't know who would do something like that, but, you know, is what it is. But, all right. Let's just dive right in. We're ready to get started with Junderdome Pool Party. Alrighty. Got delicious cycled our fluids. Let's do this. Hey, maybe nobody's playing Brawl right now and we just win. Wouldn't that be funny? That's a good song. What is this? Oh, of course it doesn't say. Bummer. Oh, aha! There we go. Finally. Against Bristly Bill. Uh-oh. This is gonna be a fun one. Okay. We got 2 mans, but not immediate access to blue. We've got green, but that's okay. We can scry with this candy trail, find something off top. Then we start doing some of these card draws. Oracle in hand. Shock that candy trail. Well, can we get a creature down? If we can get a creature down, there's Diabolic Intent. No, let's take the... Let's scry that to the bottom. We'll put the Coveted Prize on top. Because we can at least cast that for 5, worst case. So that goes in, tapped, pass. Oh, I was expecting Bill, but guess not. The Iron Crag. Bill. Yeah, then land, gets his counters. It's fine. That's good. Bap. So we've got 4. So we could do... Does Minstrel help us right now, though? No. Putting Mastermind in to get us to another land. We get to another land, we play Coveted Prize. Bush whack. Oh, he's whacking. Mastermind. Just play it now. Then we can also crack this, we can crack this clue, or no, this food, excuse me, at end step. This gains us some life and draws us another card. Hey, another land. Awesome. Okay. So now we do green, blue, Wandering Minstrel. No, decline that. We don't want to do that. That comes in untapped. And we just hold that back. No attacks. Pass. One, two, three, four, 5. Are you fighting me? Don't do that. Aw. Well, that's big sad. We actually probably need that to kill Bill. Yep. Command zone, that's fine. I will block Bill there. That's fine. Okay, that's good. So I need 2 mana for that, so I have access to 3. Does that do me any good? That makes me a treasure, but that also eats my green source. So I think we got to do this now. Yeah, we got to do this now. Ouroboros. Uh-oh. That is bad news bears. Yeah. Dead. Okay. So, I don't know if up against Bill was the best, like, case example on how this deck needs to perform, but because Bill goes super fast. Obviously, with, like, a combo shell, like, with what we're trying to play, a very, very fast deck like that is not going to work well for us. So, let's try that again. Let's run it back. This is... We definitely have black and red. I don't know if this does anything, honestly. This is no plays until 3, and that's only an unlicensed disintegration with no value or a withering torment. As much as I hate bottoming lands, this probably is not a hand that we want. So let's take a mulligan. Okay, blue, black, and a 2, and a tutor. All right, we'll try it. Ooh, and a green source. Interesting. Can I grab the card, please? Thank you. Tapped. Bad test. Yeah, so you agree with me. Like, Bill was a pretty rough example case on how this deck can operate. And obviously, like, I know the caveat of all this is, oh, you're playing a janky glass cannon deck, both figuratively and literally. It's like, yes, I understand that. But janky doesn't necessarily mean it has to be bad, you know? But now we got the Minstrel down on 2. So now literally everything else we play comes in untapped, which is sick. So we can do this Zoth conscription, or consumption, excuse me. We can play that next. Enters untapped. Worn Power Stone. No attacks. And then next turn we do... I think we do the Demonic Bargain to try to be sure. Varagoth might be a little too slow. Emmett Selch, the main set one. Cool. 7 more. Nope, we don't care about that. Boink. Alright, so we'll use the Power Stone for Iron Crag. And then that for Demonic Bargain. Let's go! Goblin Charbelcher! Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are a mana away from winning. That's fine. That's fine. He's just a 2/4. I'll block him. He probably just wanted the attack trigger anyway, right? Yeah, that's fine. Consider! Have you considered this spell? Nope, that's not gonna do it for us. We need a land. Nope, that's a War of Invention. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think we Maelstrom Pulse that. No attacks, end. Save this Quicken as a cycler. We get any land, we're good. And we're even okay if the Minstrel possibly dies at this point. Oh, that's bad. All right, now we need a lot of lands. Yikes. All right. Bummer. To hand. Whee. Oh, there's a land. Where were you a turn ago? Decline that. Tapped, but untapped. Haha. And Cloud Kinseer as a blocker. Okay, that's another land. That's good. We just need to bide our time. We've got 5 at the moment. Worst case what we can do if we live this turn, we can do Fel the Profane and Avarice to get a land to the top of our library. And then we're good. He just wants the attack trigger, so that's fine. Okay. So play that. Cursed Idol also does it. That's a treasure. It's a sorcery. So I think we just play chump blockers. So we play this Varagoth. Oh, did I screw up? Did I use my green? Oh, John. You dumbass. All right, that's fine. This still works. Do it the hard way. It's fine. We'll just put that on top. It's fine. No attacks. All right. We flank with our wall of creatures. Winning at 1 is still winning. 2-0, that's fine. We don't care. Spear is back. That's fine. Doing card draw stuff. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Cool. Octopus, whatever. Great. All right. I think we're just blocking the 3 biggest, which is the 8/8, the 5/5, and the 3. Take 4. Nice. Sure. Back to the command zone. That's all good. Growing Rights does its thing. They hit him with the raccoon. Pay 3 life. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, you're not gonna let me live that one down, are you, brother? Oh, oh no. Oh no. Uh, that was really funny. Okay. Well, we almost had that if John wasn't a complete moron. uh, okay. Oh. I did think of a card that we need in the deck though. We need spelunking in there. That was really funny. That's just nice. That's all you have to add to that. One of these days, I'll learn to read. I have tears in my eyes. That was really funny. Ah, dang, you know what? That was because I threw the stupid commander away into a chump block, but I guess I would have died if I didn't, so I suppose that was a no-win situation at that point. Like, if I had been at 4, that would have been okay, but oh well, it's all right. Okay. This gets us some card draw. If we get black, we can do the demonic bargain. That seems fine. Let's go for it. Florahedron. Oh, they hit me with a hello. I'll hit them with the howdy. We love a good howdy. Yep, do that. Minstrel. Stink into soup. I love stinky soup. Soul Mender. Authority of the consoles. Well, too bad for you. I'm not. What's that? If no mana was spent to cast it. That's fine. We don't care about that. Midnight Clock. No attacks. That's gonna be that game was gonna be a clip to go down for the ages of John being a moron. All right. Well, we need to get black as soon as we can. Because if this Hope mills our Belcher, we're in a bit of trouble. We have cards to be able to get it back. One of the modal double face cards is actually a regrowth, which is useful. But the problem would then become making sure... Well, I might as well just block it. They want the lifelink. That's fine. All right. That's cool. Oh, we got this midnight clock that can go off, so we'll get it back anyway. That's fine. That's sick, actually. Play the Iron Crag. Play Cloudkin Seer. They'll give us, yeah, whatever, a life, a card. That's fine. That's a red source. That's not exactly what we need, but did I shock that? No, I didn't shock that, right? But we get Magda. That's good. So now we can attack with Magda. That'll get a treasure. Actually, I don't even... Can this tap target no-land? Ooh, yeah, I could just tap her like that. The One Ring. Okay. You're safe. I like it. Block. That's fine. Okay. Still no Belcher. All right. So, I mean, I guess it's free attacks. They're not going to block with this. There's my treasure. Dink. All right. So now we use this for black. And that and that. Demonic Bargain. Let me see it. Let me see it. Yes. Never punished. Then we play this Guardian Idol. And we hold up that... Actually, we hold up this, just in case. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we're golden. Assuming we keep all of our mans. Arcane Signet, that's fine. I don't care. Gain a life, cool. You do that. Pop. Hey, look at that. Ring of Lucy actually coming in useful. They're completely tapped out. That smells like GG to me. Bop. Dink. Yeah! We did the thing! Woohoo! It works! It does work. That actually felt really good. I think that worked out quite well. Like, we had access to our tutors, we had our mana. I guess really just the issue is just if we come up against a fast deck, then... well, you know what? We're almost there with our quests. Let's finish out our quests for the night, and then I guess we'll call the stream from there. But we did it! We did the thing! Veto! It's gonna be a life drain sort of situation going on, I imagine. Okay. That's, yeah, this is fine. So we do waterlogged, pass. Veteran Brawler, that means he's done like over 150 whatevers. Yeah, that's fine. 3 life, Mind Stone. Then we get All Fates Scroll next turn, and that gives us access to... Oh, actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. All Fates Scroll and this, and pass. Heraldic Banner. It's a good one. Minstrel and Ornithopter of Paradise. Vito! Eat your vitamins. Don't kill my guy. I'll look at your guy. You want to look at my guy? I'll look at your guy. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, look there. Yeah. Aww. That's fine. Dang, what did that do? X number of swamps. Consuming. Wow, that's a really good card. I've never seen that card before. All right, well, goodbye. And then you know what I'm going to do? Swing with that, then chart a course. Guide Light goes and gets our Belcher. That's what we want. And then Cursed Idol can make us the treasure we need. Delightful. I think we can play this now. Yeah. Take action. I would like Goblin Charbelcher, please. Thank you. If we can get an untapped land, we win. If we don't, we do Cursed Idol. Yeah, that's fine. So let's do, you find a Cursed Idol. Make a treasure. Gain a life. Yeah, that seems important. And then we'll hold up Ass Tap for any of this stuff. Actually, Maelstrom Pulse is, wait, 1, 2, 3. I've got 4. Yeah, it's fine. We'll hold that up. No attacks, end turn. If something dumb and stupid happens. Phyrexian Arena, that's fine. Does this do anything? That doesn't have lifelink. No? Oh, still getting in anyway? Alright, well, I'll Ass Tap it. My turn. All your base are belong to us. Dink. Dead. GG. Wee! We did the thing. Turbo. Excuse me. Hold on. What was that achievement I just got? Ooh, we got a Mastery Orb. Yay. We just get pay 6 or more mana for a spell while you have 3 or fewer lands in play. Yes! Everything I want. Oh, it's so good. I love the stupid Charbelcher. Ah, man. This is fun. So, the deck obviously still has its issues. Oh, a Planeswalker. Interesting. Okay. Well, we have a Balustrade Spy. So maybe we try that plan. That could be interesting. Let's go for it. Oh, there's a Fabricate as well, though. Interesting. Play that. I guess say go. That untaps next. Phyrexian Arena, that's cool. Love that. Minstrel. Slundi, go. Then next turn we do Chromatic Lantern Assemble Team. Or, yeah, maybe? Or maybe we just Fabricate. Or Bitter Triumph. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Take action. Ugh, they're playing Turbo Black, I see. Interesting. All right. That comes in tapped. Chromatic Lantern. Oh, I wasn't able to do assemble the team anyway. Womp womp. I guess I could assemble the team this next turn. And if I can find either Thassa's Oracle or Belcher, either of those plans are good for us. Assemble the team. So there's Belcher. Is Oracle in here? No. All right, so Belcher it is then. And then I guess we can do Fabricate for a Mana Rock. We can get... I guess Mind Stone is fine. If we draw an untapped land, we win. Otherwise, we do this next turn, survive, and then land Belcher. Well, it's not an untapped land, but it'll work. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Uh-oh, what did I do? Bringing up OBS on accident. Whoopsies. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 mana. I guess play the Wandering Minstrel, I suppose. Just because. It's a blocker. I'm real curious. What are they up to? I'm guessing, like, a stupid big Exsanguinate? Yeah, that's fine. Take action. That's fine. Swamps add quad black. That's okay. If we live this turn, we win. Bitter Blossom. Sick. Okay. And all your base are belong to us. GG. Dink. Oh, when the deck works, it's so much fun. Yay! The value of the Balustrade alt win con is huge. Yeah, because like you saw what I had there. Like if I did assemble the team, if I could have found either of those two pieces, like if I found either one of them, either one would have been a decent out in that situation. But we happened to find the Charbelcher instead of the Thassa's Oracle, so it still works. I guess I assume this is a stupid question, but I assume we would want to stack that in a way that we do the Spy first and then the Oracle. Like, I don't think it works the other way around, right? This does nothing for us. Ooh! Any hand where Belcher is in your opener is a hand worth keeping. Also, we're against a Bears deck, so I think we're going to be okay. Our friend really likes Bears. I'm noticing. All right. Let's just do that. I don't think we need it untapped, so we'll just have it come untapped. Save a little bit of life. Eula. Interesting. Tapped. Wishclaw. We'll save that for if we don't draw land. I hate to have to pass that over to them, but I guess we could destroy it. Unless he's planning on destroying it. That's going to be real sad. Spy first? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'd love to not be drawing all this black. Unless I've got flash. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I guess we... Wish Claw. I think we go and get Ass Tap. And then when this big dumb Ayula comes in for swinging, we blow it up. Or maybe we just blow it up now. Because they probably are going to go tutor for heroic intervention. But that is nice. They are sending the Wish Claw back to us. That means we can use it next turn to go get a red source. Very kind. Thank you. Now the question is, do they take their turn? Universal Automaton. Okay. Aww, opponent. Boo. Boo. All right. Do we... Let's get Rex Age. We're going to blow this up. Blow that up. If we go another turn of not finding a land, I'm genuinely thinking about slamming down this Charbelcher and living on a prayer. Does this blow up artifacts? Oh, it does. Ah, I see. All right. Spelunking. There's a spy. That doesn't do us any good. My little guy. Big sad. Jeez. The gun in it for my permanence. Okay, we're dead on board. So, let's see. Is there an artifact that helps us? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're dead on board. Yeah. I think we're just dead. I don't think we can fight through that one. He said, we're playing against a dumb Bears deck. Immediately loses to it because green is my natural enemy, it turns out. All right, we got to get one more green spell. That'll be the end of our quests, and then I think that'll be the end of our stream for tonight. It's already been about 2 hours, I see, so. Dun, dun, dun. Eshki. All right. So this is going to be big creatures hitting hard really fast. Yeah, this can be fine. Could we play that? This Cold Steel can be on blue. Well, that's even better. They're also doing just tapped lamps. That's fine. Gamble. Maybe... No, I think we still got to do this on blue. Because then we can go All Fates Scroll and then Gamble. And also play this. That's good. All Fates. Gamble. Here's hoping. Okay, that's good. Oh, actually, it put the flashback card in our graveyard, actually. That worked out. All right, we got 5. Actually, we can get 7 immediately. Because we can do Midnight Clock and Cursed Idol to make a treasure. So, Midnight Clock. And Cursed Idol. Treasure. And let's see here. Gain a life. And pass. And if we live, we win. If we live and we keep our permanents. That's also an important note. Man, Eshki is so good. Just when you cast a creature spell, it just gets bigger. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All your base are belong to us. Dap. 86 to dome. Dead. Yay! I love that it just wins out of nowhere. It's like, oh, how does a deck with 3 lands and mana rocks win? Whoops. Sorry. 86 damage to dome. Oh, and a pack for our victory. Let's go. I love ripping packs. Cosmogrand Zenith. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. So, first impressions. Junderdome is still sick. The addition of blue has been very cool. We get these card draw spells. We get some of these new tutors. I get like the new mana rocks, like Midnight Clock and things like that. More stuff. I'm not sold for Whir of Invention yet. That might be, like, I know we didn't play it, but that probably is going to come out of the deck for something else. So I think I have to do another pass at this to maybe trim some of this excess fat that maybe didn't quite make the deck work. But as a whole, Junderdome Pool Party, I think, is my new favorite version of this build. I really like what the Minstrel added to this mix of being able to have these freaky modal lands come in untapped. So I think that is going to do it for our stream for tonight. Joseph, thanks for tagging along with me here in the chat and giving me some backup support and also watching me shock myself to death. You're not going to let me live that one down. I know that much. To everybody watching back on the replay and checking out their stuff here on the channel, thank you so much for hanging out and watching this with me. I hope you've enjoyed me crafting up and doing some play testing of my favorite Brawl strategy. And we'll see you all again here real soon on the channel. Thank you so much for hanging out.